guys, Forsaken isn't slowing down anytime soon with a potential Azure trailer sneak peek, a brand new Mario-inspired concept skin, and much more. Let's get into it! Another interesting discovery revolves around the ongoing rivalry between Azure and Time. A brand new image has surfaced, showing Time looking genuinely nervous, with many players believing they've finally realized Azure is coming back for revenge after the betrayal. While we don't know the full context behind the image yet, many people think it takes place on the upcoming Spawn Cult map, which is heavily expected to release alongside the Azure update. However, the image has sparked another theory within the community. Rather than simply being promotional artwork, some players believe this could actually be teasing a brand new LMS feature. The idea is that whenever a survivor and killer share a special connection, the survivor could receive a unique facial expression once they are in LMS. In this case, if Azure is the killer and Time is the last survivor standing, Time would gain this frightened expression after seeing Azure approaching. Others have a slightly different theory. Instead of this being exclusive to LMS, they believe these expressions could activate whenever connected characters appear together during a match. Either way, the image definitely suggests Forsaken is experimenting with more character interactions, something players have wanted to see for a long time. Of course, there are still plenty of other possibilities. Some fans think this image could simply be a scene from the official Azure trailer that is expected to release closer to the update. If these unique expressions really are becoming a feature, it opens the door for many more character interactions in the future. Players are already imagining different LMS faces for other survivor and killer pairings, with some even suggesting exclusive expressions tied to certain maps, such as the work at a pizza place map. It would be a small detail, but one that adds much more personality and lore to each encounter. For now, we'll have to wait and see whether this is simply a trailer teaser, a new LMS feature, or an entirely new expression system. What could this actually be showing? Now that we know the Azure update is bringing more community-made skins into the game, one killer that could benefit the most is Nosferatu. Since many of Nosferatu's concepts come directly from the community, there is one particular design that has caught everyone's attention, and honestly, it might be one of the best concepts created so far. Normal Bricks recently designed an incredible Nosferatu skin called Lost, inspired by Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey. At first it might sound like a strange crossover, but the design actually fits Nosferatu surprisingly well. The concept combines several clever references together, including the classic Builderman era image, the Dover Maker top hat 2014, with the chaotic top hat with its glitch effect spread throughout the outfit, and for some reason the paranormal party starter hat. Even the bat form has been transformed into Cappy himself, making the entire skin feel much more original than simply giving Nosferatu a different color palette. The references don't stop there either. The glitch theme continues throughout the skin's abilities, with Bloodhook being reimagined as a giant arrow inspired by the hammer Builderman holds, while Hunter's Feast is redesigned around a page not found error message. It's a really creative way of adding the classic Roblox error message into the skin that still feels like it belongs in Forsaken. Players have already been praising the concept, saying it's one of the most creative community skins they've seen in a long time. Many also love how it brings back the nostalgia of Super Mario Odyssey, while mixing it with Roblox references instead of feeling like a direct crossover. With community skins finally starting to appear in-game, concepts like this suddenly feel much more realistic than they did just a few months ago. One thing that also makes this concept interesting is its potential for a matching skin. Cappy has a sister named Tierra, which could easily inspire another skin for either a future survivor or even a killer. Since Nosferatu currently doesn't have any matching skins or character pairings, it would be a fun opportunity for the devs to expand on the idea if they ever decided to bring this concept into the game. Whether or not this specific skin ever becomes official, it's clear the community has no shortage of creative ideas for Nosferatu. Should there be more creative skins like this?
Oh my god!
There is one cool kid skin that many players seem to have forgotten about. despite it being one of the most unique and fan-favorite skins in the entire game. That skin is the Cool Kid cosplay skin. Currently, the skin only features 3 different variants based on Slasher, John Doe, and 1X. However, with Forsaken adding a few new killers over the past year, many players have started asking for the skin to receive an update. The devs have already gone back and changed the original Jason variant into Slasher, proving that they are willing to revisit older skins when needed. Because of that, fans have begun coming up with ideas for what future variants could look like. Some of the most requested additions include Noli, Guest 666, Nosferatu, a reworked version of 1X, and of course Azure once he officially releases. Many players feel that adding these extra costumes would instantly make the skin one of the best value skins in the game. What makes the idea even more interesting is the possibility of custom effects and animations. Imagine if the John Doe cosplay variant had Cool Kid doing the digital footprint animation to spawn in his minions. Features like that would help the skin stand out even more and to make it feel like a premium skin despite only costing around $900. And with discussions surrounding a potential Cool Kid overhaul already happening, some believe this would be the perfect opportunity to update it. Another thing that could potentially be coming to the game, something that Elliot players have been asking for quite a while now, is his scooter. Rather than functioning as an entirely new ability, the scooter would act as a cosmetic during rush hour, replacing Elliot's normal running animation. Honestly, this makes a lot of sense as literally Elliot's render features his scooter, and it has become one of the most recognizable parts of the character. Instead of simply sprinting during rush hour, players could ride the scooter around the map, making the ability feel much more unique and giving Elliot a little more personality. This is something players have been asking for since around May of last year, so it's not surprising to see so much support behind the idea. If it does end up being added, it could also mean Elliot's milestones receive a small update in the future. However, not everyone agrees on how it should be implemented. One of the biggest concerns is that the scooter could end up being locked behind milestones, so to those who are lazy, they probably won't ever get to use it. Many players would rather see the scooter become available for everyone, especially since it is such a major part of Elliot's character. With some saying how there are many other Elliot skins that could benefit from his scooter being added, as it resembles where the characters originate from. With skins such as Retro Elliot, Jordan, and Sally can all ride the horse that was from work at a pizza place. Because of this, some players believe Forsaken could expand the idea even further by creating unique versions of the scooter for different skins. For now, nothing has been officially confirmed, but the community clearly seems interested in seeing Elliot's iconic scooter finally make its way into the game. Should it remain as a milestone reward or become something every Elliot player can enjoy? So Treadstone is actually going to be releasing relatively soon after all. Previously, one of the Battle Bricks developers mentioned that the skin most likely wouldn't arrive during the Azure update, which disappointed a lot of players who were expecting it sooner. However, Hyto on Discord confirming that Treadstone is now close to being finished, with music production and finalization on both sides reportedly coming to an end. This means the skin is finally getting much closer to actually releasing inside Forsaken. What makes this even more interesting is that Treadstone apparently isn't the only skin involved anymore either. Several older Survivor skins that were previously shop exclusive are now returning as badge exclusive rewards connected to Battle Bricks chapters. These include Turking Shedletsky, Deathbringer Guest 1337, Warhead Taff, and Luckroll Chance. Instead of simply buying these skins from the shop again, players will now reportedly be able to unlock them for free by completing different chapter badges within Battle Bricks itself. A lot of players think this was probably the original intention from the beginning, making these collab skins feel more rewarding and unique instead of just re-releasing them normally inside Forsaken. It honestly gives players a much bigger reason to actually complete the chapters rather than simply spending currency on the skins instantly. Even though Treadstone now seems very close to releasing, It's still unclear whether it will fully arrive during the Azure update itself or slightly afterward, depending on how finalized everything is. So Forsaken still have more we can expect in this next update. Are you prepared for the update? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsaken.